Get it. Get it. Back. X Brothers 718_TV. Live with NBA 2K20. SSBA, My League Online Season 1. Got my Knicks hosting the Bulls. Coming off a 2-game win streak against the Grizzlies and the Pelicans. So looking to build on that.
Watch this league to unlocking that potential and making them what they're going to become.
Yeah, I think for young guys, Kevin, one of the challenges is focusing on getting better every single day. It's the little choices these guys are making. They're going to put in the time to be working on their shooting or their off-the-bounce game or their defensive prowess. Can they be unselfish? Can they be sort of big-picture thinking in terms of just not only their success but the guys around them? That's hard for a young guy.
And so it's the Knicks getting on the board first. Count it.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Morris outside. Pass to Randall. Shoots it up. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Outside, White. In the corner, it's Levine. Robinson with the block. And now the Knicks on the break. Smith's running. There's the triple. And he's good on the three ball.
Well, timing and rhythm, such a big part of shooting. Dennis Smith Jr., pretty look.
Tatum on the wing. Tries from 7. And that's good off the glass that time.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Over to the left wing. Randall down low. Goes back up. And Cantor pulls it down.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. And Smith with the stuff.
Well, that requires a level of concentration, and Dennis Smith Jr. so skilled at keeping his balance. Well, we know this, guys. Last season, a little bit up and down for Dennis Smith Jr. Not sure he wanted out of Dallas, but certainly dealt to the New York Knicks. But now they think this guy is a cornerstone for their franchise.
Here's Tatum. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Tatum's got his second basket of the game.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
The drive by Smith. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And with Smith, he had lost the ball handling duties in Dallas to Doncic. And you know what, Doris? It made sense probably for him to move on.
Yeah, this is one of those trades, I think, that will benefit everyone involved. Dennis Smith Jr. is a better player with the basketball in his hands. And once he left, he got his confidence back and started to create great opportunities for the Knicks.
Now Smith, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. That one drops for him.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
Pass to Tatum. Robinson with the block. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And Randall throws it down.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look. Oh,
nice.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
Smith with it. 8 points for him. To the inside. Here's Robinson. And it's White with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Levine can't hit.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
And that's all the defense can do. Barrett just appeared determined to score, didn't care who was on him.
Right side White. Outside Tatum. And the Bulls get it back. Another shot. Smith with some nice D. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They're leading by 8. Now, here's Barrett. Clock at 6. And Barrett slams it in.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
Outside Tatum. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Well, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities.
It takes so long to make a
Kevin
move,
Durant,
man.
Steph Curry,
Damn.
Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
The Knicks leading by 6. Now Smith. He's got 8. Barrett wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ba'amute. Yep, that one goes in there. And Ba'amute's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a really well-run pick and roll. You can see the game is starting to slow down for Levine.
Randall outside. Over and Ba'amute. Pass to Barrett. The 3 ball. Outside for Randall. And Levine comes to help. Tries yet again. And it's Randall getting it to go.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Levine looking around. The Knicks pull it in.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Randall. New York moving it around. Here's Trier for three. The offensive rebound. And here's Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Levine inside the three-point line. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim, Doris, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
Here's Dunn. Pass to Gafford. Back to Dunn. Left side, Tatum. Over Barrett. On the mark with the 15-footer. And it's 8 points for Jason Tatum.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
Here's Trier. Dunn covering. Here's Barrett. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
And so he hits both. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being
shot.
asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. It's good. And the Knicks lead by 13.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Tatum's shot is off.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Pass to Gibson. And here is Robinson, guarded by Tatum. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And here's Barrett. 11 points in the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Overdone. Barrett, no good.
What was that?
His defense,
I mean, like,
so
you don't even.
valuable.
Oh,
Not many
God,
can
yo.
bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Dunn looking over the floor. There's 45 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. New York leading by 13. Here's Ntilikina. Out to the right wing. No good from Gibson.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Valentine wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Chicago. Deep two from Trier. Good on the jump shot.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
And so
All
it's
right, good quarter, man. Good quarter.
finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter.
Good quarter,
And their
man.
ability to get points in the paint. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Here's Tatum. Tatum on the wing. Lets the three fly. The shot missing. And New York will come the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Here's Dunn. Gibson with the steal. And stolen by Tatum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Fires for three. And again, no good by Chicago.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
It's blocked. Here's Valentine. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Chicago making a switch here. The Knicks leading by 15.
Guys, when you consider the New York Knicks roster, there is some talent amongst their young players. More than a handful of their guys in their first 3 years in the league. Kevin Knox, Mr. Robinson, and Mr. Dotson all could be factors for them in the future.
Clock at 4. Bullock. Drills the baseline jumper.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Hayward on the wing. Good on the bucket. Hayward's got his first points of the game. Doris with the youth. The Knicks added Dennis Smith to that bunch as well.
No doubt, Kevin, this was a player they had their eyes on. So when you couple Dennis Smith Jr. with some of the young assets they've collected over the last couple of years, there's a ton of young talent coming up in New York right now.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Levine. The rebound by Gibson. So it's Neely Kina who brings up the ball for New York. 17-point lead, their biggest. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And it's Tice in the corner. And a miss there on the triple.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's Bullock missing.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Kick out to Levine. Ball's knocked loose. Outside Gibson. And they're running. It's deflected. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Levine with the ball. That one no good. So New York will take it the other way.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Neely Kina looking it over. 4 on the clock. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Bulls trail by 17. 17-foot shot on the way. And again, Chicago, no good. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. A promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. But Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
Good shot.
DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
Dunn is always looking to attack. When he has room to run, boy, you better look out.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
The Knicks leading by 17. Smith with it. 10 points for him. And Cantor over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And here are the Bulls now. Bulls trail by 17. On the wing, Levine. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Cantor. Right wing. Here's Hayward. And there it is for him. Hayward's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the effort from Gordon Hayward? He takes pride, I think, in scoring over the defense.
Pass to Barrett. Off target with his 3. Out to Hayward. Takes the 3. Knicks with the rebound. Now here is Smith. Here's the 3. They get it again. Pass to Randall. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Randall's got 6.
Really good patience from Kevin Knox, understanding how to deliver a pass on time and on target.
And oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. And then Smith with the dunk.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Pass to Barrett. There's the three. Launches it.
Barrett.
And Cantor pulls it down.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
White. The second chance effort. The shot's good from Cantor.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass. 2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
And stolen by White.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Barrett. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. He's got 14.
And, well, like a lot of young players, Barrett's working hard to become proficient from range.
Outside, Levine. In the corner, it's Hayward. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Drills the three-pointer. And that's 15 points for Smith.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Hayward on the wing. Outside, Levine. And again, no good by Chicago.
Boy. The wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Doris, you graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Attacking right there. Hayward using the strength that he has built up over the years to finish through contact.
Pass to Barrett. To the paint. Stolen by Levine. Pushing it up. Here's White. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
And you can argue this is White at his best. Just an absolute terror in transition.
Here's Ntilikina. Now Barrett. Guarded by Levine. Pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Randall's got 8.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
It's stolen by Barrett. And another turnover here by New York.
I'm locked in, yo. I'm locked in, AD.
Bulls trail by 19.
Took me about a good 5 games to kind of get some some consistency in here.
For the 3. Over in the corner, White. Right side, Levine. It's rebounded by New York. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
New York moving it around. Now Bullock.
Oh, wrong person. Damn it.
Fires the three. Portis
That
can't get it
skip
to go.
pass.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Finished off the break. Portis has got 4 this quarter.
Well, the big man, Taj Gibson, pretty assist there, Kevin.
In the corner, it's Hayward. Takes a
Good
three.
shot.
It's rebounded by Portis. The Knicks leading by 21. And stolen by White. Here's Hayward. And the Bulls with another miss. And intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
The Knicks leading by 21. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Trier. Now here's Portis. Here's Ntilikina. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. For 3, Bullock hits it from three-point range. Bullock's got 5 points now this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Right side, Levine. Shot to stop the run.
Well, Taj
All right, good
Gibson
half.
proves year after year he is a very capable defender. This guy is willing to contest shots.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. It's the Knicks running away with it. Time now for the halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
That'll be a 5-second call. And here's White. Pass to Mba'amute. On the wing, Levine. That one, no good. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. And here's Barrett. Randall
Damn,
outside.
too deep.
Offensive rebound. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
The kick out to Tatum. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Tatum's got the first basket of the second half here for Chicago. Outside for Randall. Smith outside. Smith drawn the double team. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Outside for Randall. And he gets it to go from the corner. Randall's got 10.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
And it's White missing.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
Pass to Barrett. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 3. Pass to Barrett. Shoots the 3.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
The Knicks leading by 20. Randall outside. Morris with the ball. Barrett with the ball. 14 points for him. New York, no good that time either.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. And that one is off. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Tatum. That one misses. Randall with some nice D. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And again, no good by Chicago. New York leading by 23. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now, here's Barrett. 14 points for him. Goes up at the stripe. And yes, it's good. Barrett's got 16 points.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
White drives in. And he lays it straight in. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Barrett. Smith with it. White covering. Shot clock at 6. Now, here's Barrett. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
Outside Tatum. Shoots from the elbow. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Inside. Here's Robinson. The slam dunk by Robinson.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking, they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles,
let's
but
go,
instead
man.
He ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Now White. He has 6. To the middle. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Pass to Barrett. Kept alive. Out to Morris. Here's Barrett. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Out to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. And stolen by White. Right side Tatum. Looking to end his cold spell. Just 5 on the clock. Good work defensively by Morris. And stolen by White. Here's Tatum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on R.J. Barrett.
How about the confidence from this young gun? Jason Tatum's length is tough to deal with inside, guys.
And the Knicks making a change here. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend them?
Impossible.
Indeed.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Outside White. From deep three-point range. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Here's Knox. New York now working with the new shot clock. Here's Barrett. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance. As he'll head to the line.
Aggressive and physical. Barrett creating the contact there to draw the foul.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game. And the free throw, no good. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
4 on the shot clock. They grab their own miss. Yes, that goes in. Gafford's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Pass to Barrett. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Gafford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. First one falls for him. That one misses. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Here's Randall. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pass to Gafford. And here is Dunn. Gafford misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Smith makes good on the step-back jumper. Smith's got 7 now in this quarter.
There is so much to Dennis Smith and his game. The step back, the spot up, you name it, the total package offensively.
15 seconds left to play in the third. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. 6 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Portis. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim.
And so it's the New York Knicks out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Smith on the wing. Got a hand on it. Here's Hayward. The teardrop falls in. Hayward's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bulls.
Well, this is where Gordon Hayward continues to add to his game. He is super confident with the floater right now.
A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Offensive rebound. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And you can see the second chance points now starting to be a major factor.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Done outside. Pass to Gafford. He doesn't hit that one. So New York will take it the other way.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Knox. Poked away. Back to Smith. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Satoransky. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
Well, make no mistake, Dennis Smith Jr. is not afraid of a little contact.
And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more three-point attempts than two-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more three-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and three-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Portis. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 8 points for Bobby Portis. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Knox. But they'll get another chance.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
The shot by Trier, no good.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That free throw, no good. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA, you are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Outside Gibson. From the arc. They get the rebound. Lets it go from deep. That shot off.
And what a struggle it has been, yet to convert a single shot from the field.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
So both teams making some changes here. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a midseason tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have two goals. Instead of one championship, maybe you want to win that midseason tournament too.
Chicago calls timeout.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Here's Ntilikina. In the corner, Knox with it. The three. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Whoa, sizzling from the field this half, and that's after a shaky start.
Pass to Mba'amute. And the layup is good.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Ntilikina. Out left to the wing. Morris outside. No good on the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And that one drops. And that's now 10 points for Zach LaVine.
Tell you, feeling the contact and the concentration to finish through it. Nice by LaVine.
Trier. Banked in off the glass. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Down low. Here's Cantor. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here's Trier. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Morris. New York moving the ball around. Here's Knox. Kept alive by New York.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Tatum's shot is off.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Here's Ntilikina. Portis in the post. And that one hits back iron. Here's Chicago. To the right side. Here's LaVine. They get it back. Fires from deep. Another three for Chicago.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Pass to Knox. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Knox has got 14 points now in the second half.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
The three from Tatum. Trier with the rebound.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Stolen by Levine. Can't hit from in close. Pass to Knox. Uncovered. He can't get it to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. On the wing, Levine. Left side, Tatum. And the wide open shot from Morris. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Morris has got his first bucket of the night. Here's White. That shot no good. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Right side, Portis. Knicks with a new 14.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
The first one falls.
And Kevin Knox, yet another player out of the University of Kentucky. We've seen so many enter the NBA from that program. What they love about Kevin Knox is his ability to score at all three levels.
There's the steal. Pass to Trier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And with Knox, the Knicks kept feeding him minutes, Doris, allowing him to learn on the fly.
Yes, because of the circumstance with his team, he got a lot of the offense running through him as the season progressed. And for Kevin Knox, he had ample room to grow and make mistakes, and that's critical to his development.
Outside Tatum. To halt the run. To the left wing. Here's Knox. Morris trying to free himself up. No good from the wing. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. You know, Doris, you and I love history. And we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. You think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Misses at the rim.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
We've got 1:48 left in the game. Pass to Tatum. To end the cold streak. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Trier. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Smith.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Knox. And Tatum over to help. Yep, that one goes.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Levine inside the three-point line. And the shot is long.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Trier. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution.
Oh. 11. We made 11 threes. That's good. Shot 34. Dennis Smith led the way with 23, 5 and 7 assists. Knox had 20, breakout game. RJ Barrett still continues his scoring streak with 18. Yeah, we had a good game. Man.